What is going on, everybody? It is my pleasure to be back in front of you. It's been a long time since I've been actually on camera addressing you guys live. First and foremost, I want to say I appreciate everybody who has stuck it out with me all of these years, so on and so forth, with all of the different programs, different content, stopping things before they were finished and all that. Understand that it's never been a situation where I've stopped a program or stopped content simply because I lost interest, wasn't, just kind of blew off everybody else's interest. It's always been because, overall, as a digital content producer or an online content producer, I have always been pretty multifaceted in regards to YouTube and to regards to writing, podcasts, and that sort of thing. At the end of the day, it's only 24 hours, and then there have been times where I've had more ideas than I've had time. But I want to say I think I pretty much got a handle on that moving forward. And in light of that, somewhat of an epiphany, AskFP is returning on February the 8th. Yes, that's day after tomorrow. And it will continue to be streamed at 6 p.m. Central Time every Wednesday. Now, it is growing into more than just a Q&A. It is growing into a full-fledged podcast with the occasional guest and discussion of topics, the entire nine. So now this is likely going to run right into Junior and I's NBA 2K17 live stream. And so what will happen is once I'm done with AskFP or at the podcast, I'll quickly pause the stream and I'll restart it on the PS4 so Junior and I can resume our little rivalry. I guess you can't really call it a rivalry because I only won one game, but I'm not going to worry about that. AskFP will now have timestamps in the description moving forward. That's something that a lot of people have asked for. And so essentially, each question that I take is going to have a timestamp of when I began answering that question within the video. And I'll have that in the description. It should make the show easier to navigate in case you want to jump around. I've also have plans to cut the show into segments for smaller videos that focus on some of the other highlights of the show. So say, for instance, I go on a rant talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor. That rant itself may last 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or what have you. And that can be its own separate video. And it may be something that someone just wants to see just separately and may not actually be interested in the other aspects of the show. So I'll be cutting that up into a few separate videos out of every episode. And that's also for the person who may not have time to sit and watch an entire 2-hour show in one sitting. The show will open with AskFP, and then I'll break into some other topics and WWE, sports, and the occasional pop culture deals as well. Now, I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, but I haven't really been able to. I think now is probably as good a time as any. Now, if you're wondering how to participate in AskFP, it's really easy. And I'm going to tell you what my Twitter handle is, but I'm also putting it in the description of this video. On Twitter, send me a question at UniqueMazik, and it will be spelled exactly as you need to have it in the description of this video, and use the hashtag AskFP. I'll do my best to get to all of them as usual. If I am, once I see the question, I'm going to like the video, which is allowing me to basically put it there, bam, in so that I can go back to it and get to it. Me liking it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to use it, but I'm putting it to the side to take a look at, so it's under consideration. I usually have to narrow it down to say 20 or so of the best questions, and then I eliminate duplicates or very similar questions. In all, I plan to do a lot more live streams for all of my content. I think it's going to be easier for me to get through franchise mode stuff, my team, ultimate team, and maybe even some non-sports games. I think live streaming is something that I have somewhat resisted in the past, but it's something I really need to more or less embrace because it allows me to cut down on some of the editing time because I'm a one-man show when it comes to all this. So it allows me to cut down on some of that and just bring it to you guys live and raw. So anyways, like I said, this was going to be a quick stream. I said this on Twitter. I encourage everybody who's not following me on Twitter, if you do have a Twitter, please follow me there, because most of the time when I announce something or say I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, it's on Twitter. I'm not able to get to people as quickly on YouTube. So I encourage you, if you don't follow me on Twitter and you're interested in my content, please do that. So anyways, thanks for watching. God bless as always, and peace.